Hey everybody, it's me, Sean, and it looks like I need to adjust the screen here. Is that right? Oh, look at that, beautiful. You can see the whole thing. We are ready to go, and hopefully we're going to have a nice smooth stream today, but who knows? You never know how it's going to go. I am just getting started. So I've already got, what is it, T-Kit? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Ticket in the chat there. Hello. Thank you for joining. And thank you for everybody who's watching this after I'm done streaming. But I'm not going to talk to you much because I will be talking to the people in the stream. I'm excited. Christopher Whitaker. I almost called you Christopher Walken there. Hello. Thank you for joining me today. Terrible, terrible impersonation. Just awful. So, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us. What we've got going on today is we're playing Alpha 17. We've started a new colony. As a matter of fact, today I actually started a colony about a half hour ago, so we don't have to go through all of the boring process of watching me select a map and plan everything out and roll my colonists and all that stuff. So we've got a basic colony set up here. I made beds for everybody. I set up the storage spaces. I put a little wall around here, got us some basic power set up, planned out where everything is going to be. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we've got Jung or Young, whatever, Jung, and he is pretty well skilled. He's young, and everybody's going to be really moody in this game, unfortunately. He's not much of a fighter, but he's got a lot of good skills. So mostly what I was looking for this guy was medical skills. But he's also a good cook and crafter and all sorts of things for young there. Chef is very neurotic, so he's got the mental stuff too. And he is shooting. I'm gonna say it is streaming, right? I need to check in here, make sure I'm not doing all this talking for nothing. So yeah, Chef here is he's our best shooter. He's also our good cook and our crafter. And that's about it. He's not all that great, but he's a good shooter. And then Beth here has construction, growing, and mining, so she's pretty skilled in those areas. She's a fast walker, which I'm real happy about, and not much of a fighter either. So, Christopher, my day is going pretty good so far. I am just been sitting around playing Factorio all day, as a matter of fact, which is all I've been doing since Alpha 15 was released on Factorio. So I've been having a lot of fun playing that. But now I'm here to play some Rimworld. Here I've got all this stuff set up, so they're work priorities, as you can see. So yeah, not so strong on construction at this point, but we'll be fine, I think. Yeah, so we got our basic area set up, and I've got the kitchen set up there, so we'll start getting our kitchen going here. And yeah, visitors, I'm not really concerned about the visitors. I guess we'll go take a look at them. Christopher asks if it's raining where I live. It is not. It looks like it's sunny outside. It was raining yesterday for most of the day, but today it's sunny and cloudy, it looks like. I mean, partly cloudy, I guess, because I can see the sun right out my window, but I can also see some clouds up in the sky there. So I haven't been outside yet today. I've just been inside my little apartment playing Factorio and getting ready for the stream. Right, so we're going to get a cook's table set up here so we can start cooking, and then we'll get a butcher table set up as well. That way I can start doing some hunting and we can kind of secure our food source. It keeps telling me that we're going to have a work speed penalty outdoors, but I'm not too worried about that. And that windmill is just spinning away, going crazy. Visitors of the Coalition of Brio are leaving. So long, visitors. Thank you for joining us. Well, that's not the right key. Now, how would I go about... I'm trying to do too many things at once. Huh. That's strange. Christopher asked if I ever played Prison Architect. You know, a lot of people ask me that. Yes, I bought Prison Architect when it was, I don't know, it was like 2.5 or 3 years ago. It was a long time ago. It was like in Alpha 6 or 7 or something. And I played it, and yep, I haven't played it since. I played it briefly after gangs were added in, and then I haven't played it since. So it's been a long time. I don't think I've played it since it was actually released. I've thought about streaming it. The problem I think I would have with streaming it is you got to lay down all those pipes and stuff, and all the power lines, and it just seems like it would be pretty boring to watch. Like there's no fighting or anything. Oh shit, why are you putting a roof over the windmill? Are you crazy? Why would you do that? Maybe it's supposed to have a roof over the windmill. Am I going to play Banished? No. I played Banished when it was new, and that was also like 2 years ago. I don't really see any reason to play that now. I mean, I guess I might. I could, I suppose, but it just doesn't seem like there'd be a lot of demand for that. I haven't played that, like I said, since it was new. I don't imagine anything's really changed on Banished. Prison Architect, at least there's been new stuff added since I last played it, but from what I understand, nothing has changed on Banished. Now I am looking forward to playing what's that? Castles and Kingdoms, or Kingdoms and Castles, or whatever that one is. That looks really fun. So I'm looking forward to that going into early access, so I can try playing that. Mad Animal. Oh, one of the gazelles. We have many gazelles hanging around down there, and that one's gonna come and give my colonists a hassle. Got a long ways to go to get up here, though. And actually, I could set Chef up. I don't remember how to speak. I could set Chef up to do some hunting here too. John, you are right. Thank you for the reminder. You would think I would know that. I've got like 1,000 hours in this game, but I still forget that. Probably because I've been playing so long. I'm used to there not being the build roof area thing going on. There's our Manhunter. Let's turn him on, and we're gonna turn Chef on and get him over here so he can get involved in the, I don't know if you want to call it a fight, but Beth, we're gonna have you run away. Nope. Going after Young now. Alright, Chef. Get to shooting. There we go. Nice job. Nice job. Captain Flames says, not many people dream of being prison managers. Well, actually, first off, welcome, Captain Flame. Thanks for hopping in. Good to see you. I I actually really enjoyed the management side of that game. Like if I just it's like it's a really slow-paced game, which is one of the reasons I like it a lot. But it seems like it's too slow-paced to be entertaining. I mean, I could give it a try, right? Couldn't be less popular than, like, right now. 2 of the series that I'm running on my Let's Plays are not very popular, so I'm probably gonna stop playing them before too long. But like Parkitect, that's pretty slow-paced. I mean, I'm having fun with it. I like that game, but it's pretty slow-paced, and nobody is watching it. So I mean, I guess I could try Prison Architect, and if it's too slow-paced, I can just stop. It's not like once I start a series, I have to continue it forever. I'm probably going to stop the Expedition Vikings series as well, which is too bad because I'm really having fun with that game, but nobody's watching that either. And the few people that do watch it only watch for like a minute or 2 each, so it's not really producing a good traffic for the channel. So maybe I can bring in some of the people dreaming of bringing prison managers, because I'll be honest, that is the most commonly requested game that I've gotten. Now, that's only 3 people that have asked me to play it, but still, that's more than anything else. So, maybe I should bring that in, give it a shot. What's the worst that would happen? Let's harvest up those agaves, whatever they are, those plants. Let's set this up to butcher, add bill, butcher creature, to forever. Christopher Whitaker asks, how about Sim Airport? I played Sim Airport. I did 2 series of that already. I will be playing it again once they add in some new features. Yeah, that was by far the most popular series I've ever had. It was my Sim Airport series. But I felt like I played it as far as it could be played. Like, it just kept getting... I was doing well enough to where it would basically just like crash. Like the frame rate would drop to like 5 frames per second. I would get like 2,000 passengers and nothing would happen. So, you know, if you look on my channel, I have lots of Sim Airport videos saved up. So I'll probably go back to that. Like I said, once they brought the, they were supposed to bring like train stops and parking garages. Have they introduced those in yet? Because if they've introduced those in, I might give it another shot, do another series. Or if they've, no, that's pretty much the thing that would bring me back. Get our freezer set up here. I'm really looking forward to Airport CEO being released. Christopher Whitaker says not yet. So I assume you're talking about the trains and parking garages. So yep, then I won't be doing another series. Once they introduce those new features, I'll be real interested in that. Thomas Vieira says, I don't know much about it, but pixel piracy is interesting. I have never heard of it. I will. I'll give it a look. Right now, I'm trying not to spend too much money on new games. So, like, I'm really looking forward to Kingdoms and Castles, and supposedly they're going to drop the price on that when they put it into early access on Steam. Because right now it's like $40, and I think they said they're going to drop the price to $20 once they put it on Steam. Airport CEO, I'm talking to the developers and seeing if they'll give me a free copy of that to put on my channel. But we'll see. I'm not really big enough to get free copies of games very reliably. Although I did get the copy of Expeditions Viking for free, so that was real nice. But yeah, so I don't know. I'll check out on this pixel piracy thing or what. Nick says, are you going to start YouTube series on this safe or just playing for tests? I will start a YouTube series once it gets released into the regular, thing, I don't want to. I don't want to do a YouTube series with it on the test stream right now because the saves a lot of times, or well, I don't know. In the past, when I played the test series or the test release, the saves wouldn't work between new updates. So I don't want to start a YouTube series where the saves might not be compatible from day to day. Christopher asks when Airport CEO is going to be released. I don't know. I got an email from the developers yesterday, and they said that they'll pick out who gets free copies when they get to release, but he didn't offer any more details than that. So hopefully soon, but you know. Oh, hey, look at that crafting potato or minty. I don't remember what your mint name was, but hey, welcome. One of my longtime fans is here. Thank you. Things are looking good so far, but things have looked pretty good so far on all of our Alpha 17 little test runs, and then it did not turn out so well in the long run. So we'll see how this goes. I do need to remember that the fighting is a little more intense in Alpha 17 than it was in previous alphas. As usual, we are playing on. How do we find this out? Oh, what the? Okay, I don't know why it had to generate the planet there. This is not what I was looking at, or this is not what I wanted to look at. What did I want to look at? History? Statistics. Ah, there we go. Okay, so as usual, we are playing on Cassandra Extreme. I did not turn on permadeath because the testing branch, I didn't want to risk, problems or whatever. But we are using the custom scenario with no turrets and no traps. Crafting Potato asks if I know the game Rust. I have seen it on Steam, but that's pretty much all I know. That is a survival, first-person survival game, right? Like a survival crafting game, kind of like the Long Dark. Is that right? Anyways, that's as much as I know about it. I've never watched any Let's Plays. I've never seen anybody play it, anything like that. Christopher says, gone wrong. So that in response to this, the delay on this makes it really hard to. So I'm guessing it's a survival crafting game gone wrong. I'm kind of tempted to try one of those survival crafting games. I've never played. I played Don't Starve, and that was real fun. But that's not the same kind of thing, obviously. I've been watching. Foxy Fern play the Long Dark, and that's been real fun to watch. So I've been tempted to try out one of those types of games, but yeah, I don't know why I haven't. Mostly because I mostly just play like management games, and I like, it's not like I can afford to buy a brand new game every week and try out all these new games. So, but I'll keep it in mind. I'm definitely, when the Steam Summer Sale comes around, I'll be buying up. Hopefully, I'll be buying up a bunch of little games and kind of stockpiling them, and planning ahead for the next half a year or whatever worth of videos. Thomas Vieira says, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Bad Rats, Don't Starve, Civ, Fallout, Dungeon Defenders, Limbo, SteamWorld Heist Uplink. Yeah, I looked at SteamWorld Heist. That looks really fun. I'm not going to play Roller Coaster Tycoon, but I am playing Parkitect. I never heard of Bad Rats. I have Don't Starve. Seems like that's all played out, I did a Civ 6 Let's Play and nobody watched it. I'm not going to play original Fallout, that's for sure. I don't know what Dungeon Defenders or Orcs Must Die is or are. Those are kind of older games too, right? I'm trying to stay more with new. Well, that's not entirely true. I'm trying to stay either with new games or games that I already own. Um, I never really liked Bastion. I think it was Bastion that I had. Um, I don't think I ever. I played it for like 45 minutes and didn't like it at all. Thomas, I'm not sure what what you mean by underplayed. I do try to play underplayed games, but like I did a FTL series because I'd never played FTL, so I did a series with that, and like nobody watched that either. So it kind of made me, I don't know. It's real hard to figure out what people are going to want to watch, and if I buy a game and then nobody watches me play it, it's like, well, I could have bought a game that somebody would actually watch me play. And it's hard to find a game that people are going to watch and I want to play it too, because I'm not going to do a series with a game that I don't like. Which is why you'll probably never see me do Bastion or Transistor. And Crafting Potato, I'll look into Rust. We'll see. Oh, Thomas says Bastion and Transistor aren't very common on YouTube. Yeah. I mean, I can look into it, but I tried Bastion, and Bastion's the first one, right? And Transistor is the sequel. So I own Bastion, I think. Whatever the older version of that game is, I own that, and yeah, I just didn't like it. I'm not good with like shooting kind of like fighting games. Or like fast-paced games where you don't like where you don't pause constantly. I'm not very good at those. I'm really good at games where you pause, or like turn-based games, and games where like your KPS doesn't matter. Crafting Potato says it's ton of PvP and toxic little kitties. Oh, so Rust is a multiplayer game? Because if that's the case, that's probably why, like, the main reason I've never played it. I don't like multiplayer games. For the reason you just explained, PvP and toxic little kitties. I'm not entirely sure what PvP is, but toxic kids, that's for sure why I don't play multiplayer games. Toxic adults, either. I don't care how old they are. I do care that they're toxic. I have no interest in having a toxic, being around people with toxic attitudes. I cannot stand that sort of thing. I am a nice guy. Let's see. I want raw food in here, and actually regular food too. All food. Yeah, I say all food. There we go. Turn that on. I don't really need to have those plans highlighted there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to clear out some of these other plans. This is our housing units. Whoops. Ah. There we go. Cognito, PvP equals player versus player. Okay, cool, thanks. And Thomas says that it's a beautiful game as well. If you like pausing constantly, looking at Transistor, it's like Bastion, but you can pause and plan out your actions, and it's beautiful. Okay, well, I'll look into it. RSX8. Sorry. Anyways, Is that like RX, like the Mazda RX-8? Those are sweet cars. Anyways, hello, thank you for watching. Is it available, the new alpha? Yeah, all you have to do is go to the, just get on the, Young, what are you doing there? It's available on the experimental branch. So go into Steam, right-click on Rimworld, right-click, and then select the beta tab, and then select experimental branch from the drop-down thingy. And there you go. You can play it. That's why I'm playing it. I don't have any special access or anything. I'm just a regular guy. Aries? Is that what that is? I assume, actually, I don't know. Anyways. Ian Ho says property. Oh, the properties? That's right. Yeah. Right-click on, thank you. Right-click on Rimworld. Select properties, and then goes to the, beta tab and so forth. I have on Reddit. I have the instructions set up. On Reddit to where I can just copy and paste all of it. There's the chair. That's what I'm trying to do. So Crafting Potato asks. I just read it. Do I feel like you ask too much of me, or do I like your suggestions? Answer honestly. I do like the cost questions and so forth. The problem I have is that if I try to answer everything, it makes it really hard to play. And it's like, I don't really know. Do you guys, like, what's more important to you? Like, do you want me to answer all your questions, or do you want to watch me play this game? Because I'm trying to do both, and I feel like when I try to do both, I do terrible at both of them. But I don't mind. Some like, yeah, I don't want to discourage anybody, so I don't mind at all. Some of the questions, like telling me what games to play, it's weird because I do want to know what games people want to watch me play for sure, but also it's hard because, you know, I'm never going to be able to make everybody happy, and so, you know, sometimes I'm just going to be like no, but it's tough, you know. Christopher asks if I'm going to play Planet Coaster. I did do a Planet Coaster series, and I don't like that game very much. It would be fun if there was any challenge to it, but I mean, basically it's just like the business management part of it doesn't make any sense. So what would be perfect would be like a game that has the business management from Prison Architect, or I mean from Parkitect, and the coaster design and prettiness of Planet Coaster. Like, that would be amazing. But for me, I don't care what games look like so much. I care about like what's under the hood and like what kind of management they have and stuff. And so you know, that's why I probably won't be playing Planet Coaster again, unless they ever put in like some actual management part of it. But once I realized how the profitability of shops and all that stuff work, I was like, oh, okay, that's I'm not playing this anymore. And also, nobody watched it. That's another reason I'm not going to play it. But even if a lot of people watched it, I wouldn't play it because it's just not a business management game. It's a coaster design / decoration game, and that's not what I want to spend all my time doing. I'm guessing, Christopher, that's what you're asking when you say why, what, wrong. If you could be more specific with your questions, it would help me answer them. But I'm guessing that's what you're asking, is what's wrong with Planet Coaster. Here we've got our first raider, and I believe it's just some jerk with a club. Grill. Jason Mutri, hello. First off, thank you for joining. Asks if I'm going to play Dwarf Fortress. I doubt it. I've never played Dwarf Fortress. I don't really want to learn necessarily. But it does seem like the kind of game that Like, I just got done saying that I don't care what a game looks like. I care about what's underneath and what makes it fun. And that's like exactly what Dwarf Fortress is, right? Except maybe that's a little too far in the other direction. I feel like, as far as like doing a Let's Play series, like people, you know, like the thing that I feel good about doing Rimworld as a Let's Play is that I'm like a really good player at this game. So like, I feel like, you know, you guys watching, you can maybe learn something from me, or at the very least, you're not going to be embarrassed by how bad I am, right? Like, I watch a lot of people play Let's Plays of this game, and they're just terrible at it. Like, that was the whole reason I started this channel, actually, was specifically because people who Let's Play Rimworld are so bad, and I wanted to show that you could do a Let's Play and be good at it. Qball48 asks, what's my favorite thing about Alpha 17 so far? I like that, well, I mean, honestly, I've only played like 5 or 6 hours of it, so it's hard for me to have a favorite thing. But in theory, my favorite thing is that the AI is supposed to be smarter and more challenging to fight. So if that's true, I'm excited about that. I'm also excited that they've fixed the medical system, because the medical stuff in Alpha 16 was kind of broken. Like, it was just too easy to do surgery and stuff. Also, I really like that chain shotgun. That looks pretty awesome. But mostly, yeah, the fixes in balance and stuff. Crafting Potato says, my content is good because I don't cuss often, and my content is appealing because I'm funny. Well, thank you. I agree. I try not to cuss very much, although I do a little bit. I try to be funny, and I think I'm pretty good at that sometimes. Aries says, I want to see fishing on Rimworld. Yeah, that would be cool. There's a mod to where you can do fishing on it. So, you know, I mean, if that is something that a lot of people use. Like with the new, I don't think I have any water on this map, as a matter of fact. Oh, that's good, because water was causing some problems with the stream last time. With the new rivers and stuff, seems like fishing is kind of ideal for that. Or more that's ideal for fishing, but you know what I'm saying. So I wouldn't be surprised if he added that later on. Ah, shit, why are you guys eating raw food? Probably because I didn't. I love how I just got done saying that I don't swear very much, and then I say shit, like, immediately. Well, that's not real swearing, right? Not anymore. Pretty much just F-bombs. About the only thing that really counts as swearing in these modern times. There's what I'm trying to do. Do until I have 20. That will work. Alright. Now, Young, the people I want to have doing the jobs that I have set up are not the ones who end up doing the jobs that I have set up. Like, Beth should be mining, and Chef is mining. Chef should be cooking, and Young is cooking. And Young should be doing pretty much, I don't know, whatever Beth is doing is probably what I would want Young to be doing. Asphyxiating says he is subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. If you enjoy Rimworld, that is what I do every day. That's like it's my favorite game. Pretty much become my... I lost Gazelle Meat. Pretty much become my favorite game of all time. For years and years, Civilization was my favorite game of all time. But Rimworld might have passed it up. I have more hours in Rimworld than I had in Civ 5. And I never thought I would have more hours in any game than I did in the Civ 5. It's too bad that people don't like watching my Civ 6 Let's Plays, because I would really like to do another Let's Play of Civ 6. I might just do it anyways. But that was like my second least popular series. My least popular series was Factorio, which was really disappointing because I love Factorio. That's so much fun. Nobody wants to watch me play Factorio. But I think I might do... kind of thinking about... I want to play City Skyline again. I haven't played City Skyline since it was released. So with the mass transit update coming out here in a week, I don't think I'm going to buy the DLC, but I want to be able to use all the features that are just going to be part of the game with the patch. So I might try doing a Let's Play of City Skyline. Crafting Potato says, when you're under 16, your family gets on your phone, you count as a YouTube star I can watch and not get grounded. Ah, well, great. I'll thank you. I try. Somebody asked me if I would do a Let's Play of their game, which was kind of exciting that somebody came to me and said, hey, I want you to do a Let's Play of my game. But the game was full of... it was a very adult game. And I had to say, nah, sorry, man. I try to do like PG-13 style content, and I had to pass up on his stuff. JK Gaming says Factorio really is the best, isn't it? I love this new update. I am going crazy. Like the new research stuff is, oh, I love it. It's like you got to put in so much effort to make those blue and yellow vials. Oh, it's so much fun. And what was your name again, T-Kid? It was like Kirk or something? I know you told me. I'm going to scroll back up and take a look here. You told me here at some point. Nick. Oh, wait. My Nick is shortcut, by the way. Okay, now I don't know. Anyways, Factorio. Oh, cars. He says, so talking about games, how about cars? Am I into cars? No. I mean, I own a car, you know, because like I have to drive and stuff. Go to work. Well, I don't work right now, but anyways, you know, I have to own a car. I'm an adult. But no, I could care less about cars, honestly. I own one because it's affordable and gets good gas mileage, and that's like the main thing about owning a car. James Grayson, first off, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. He says, hardcore SK mod for the win. Sure. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there making YouTube videos that use that mod. I do not use mods. So sorry to disappoint you, but you know, if you're really into watching people play modded Rimworld, then I'm the wrong guy to be watching. Crafting Potato says he's going to be 13 in a few months. Well, congratulations, buddy. I am, oh boy, I just had my birthday. It was actually yesterday. And I am not 4 times as old as you, because that would be really old, but I'm more than 3 times as old as you. So I feel like a super old man knowing that you're just about to turn 13. But I remember being 13 years old. That was the best. JK Gaming says 3 processing unit makes it hard, but I'm going for 4 science per second factory right now. Getting that many rockets ain't easy. I could imagine. Yeah, processing units were the bottleneck that I ran into too. My first game that I played with the new Factorio, I played on marathon mode, and I had to stop. Like I discovered rocketry. But then I just couldn't keep going because my factory was so huge and like it requires so many resources just to do anything. All I was doing was going around and clearing space to try to get to the next iron patch or the next oil patch. And I didn't have any time to build my factory or anything. It was just like trying to get more stuff. Crafting Tail says, oh, you're going to be 14. Oh, okay, great. Good. Well, that's even better. I definitely remember being 14. That was, so you're about to go into high school? Or I think you're from another country, so maybe it's not quite the same. But Savan Carlson says he'll fry me into French fries. All right. Not quite sure how to take that. JK Gaming Marathon Mode is hardcore. Yep, it sure is. That's why I wanted to play it, because I've played Factorio. I've owned that game for a long time too, like 3 years or 2.5 years, or anyways, a long time before it was on Steam and everything. And I wanted to try and see what it was like. And boy, it is. It's intense, that's for sure. It's a little too much, to be honest. But I like how you can set up custom scenarios in there now, so you could kind of set up your own like halfway marathon mode. But I feel like the basic mode is pretty well balanced out. Everybody is sleeping. I've got that stupid Luciferum here that's not going to do me any good. Yes, Crafting Potato says America. That's right. You can tell because I'm using Fahrenheit, and all of you unfortunate Europeans and basically everybody outside of the United States, you guys all have to deal with you all have to deal with me using Fahrenheit and not understanding what temperature it actually is. Somebody asked me to switch over to Celsius in the comments, and I'm just not. It's so confusing for me, and I'm not like I'm smart. Like I know how to translate, sort of, between Fahrenheit. Like I know how to translate between Fahrenheit and Celsius. If I'm not, like if like you just show me a number and then I have to translate it, like I can do that. But if I'm trying to talk and play a video game and translate from Fahrenheit to Celsius at the same time, like that's not as easy. Steven, hey, thanks for stopping in, buddy, and watching. He loves Rimworld. Me too. It is the best. So that's why we're playing it. Checking out Alpha 17. Enjoying all the new stuff. Oh yeah, one of my other favorite features, for whoever it was that asked that like an hour ago, is I love the new granite chunks, the new looks of these chunks. Not just granite, but all the different chunks. Like they look so much better. It's interesting that he didn't change the steel slag chunks, but I like the new look of the rock chunks. I like the rivers and roads and stuff. Those are neat, even if they don't quite work as far as they don't work in the sense that I don't remember what I was starting to say. Oh yeah, the rivers and roads are a little weird with being on the map. T-Kit says 32 degrees is 0 degrees Celsius. Yeah, thanks. I know that. And 100 degrees Celsius is 212 Fahrenheit. Minus 40 is minus 40. Now, if you want to go from Celsius to Fahrenheit, it's like 1.8. You multiply the Celsius temperature times 1.8 and add 32, I believe. But you know. Asphyxiating says, I never get why America still uses the old measurements. Me either, but we do. When I was very young, all the road signs and everything used to have both kilometers and miles on them, because I think in the 70s the government said that we were going to convert to the metric system, and they started the process, and then like people complained so much that they abandoned it. So you know, we use the old measurements for the same reason that we don't have universal health care, and for the same reason that, you know, we have a lot of problems with our government. It's because we have a strange system of government where you have to agree on everything to make anything happen, and since the people never agree on anything, nothing ever happens. But I don't want to get political on my stream because I want everybody to enjoy watching my stream. I don't want it to be some sort of... Yeah, see, exactly. Crafting Potato asks, what's my opinion on the President of the United States? And I am not going to really get into that. I'm not a fan, but I'm not going to go on about that. I will say I took a trip this last week, right? And I really love the news. Like I listen to a lot of news podcasts and stuff. I love podcasts in general. Listen to a lot of comedy and stuff. But anyways, so I'm kind of a news junkie. So I was on this vacation, and I went up to the Olympic Peninsula, and I was one of the days I went up to the Olympic National Forest, and I drove, or National Park or whatever it is, and I drove up there, and it was like an hour and a half drive, and I get up into the mountains, and so I get up there, and then I'm like, oh, I want to listen, I want to listen to whatever the latest podcast is. And the headline on the latest podcast was Donald Trump fires FBI, you know what I mean, James Comey. And I was like, shit, what the? And then the podcast didn't actually say anything about the president firing James Comey. And so I was like, I got to get down off this mountain so I can find out what actually happened. It's pretty crazy. T-Kid asks about, he says, we have strange government. Have I heard what's going on in Poland or France? I have heard about France, but not Poland, no. But you know what I mean, we all have strange governments, right? I do follow, global news and everything, but I was not aware that Poland had weirdness going on. Alright, this is really annoying. Chef, why are you not, cooking? Because do we have too much food already cooked up or something? I really need to find something for you to do. I guess, you know what, let's, actually, well, how are we doing on stone? We should have quite a bit of stone. Let's start building up some of those bedrooms. Dang it. Cancel. What do we have here? Marble is what we have the most of. Structure, marble. Crafting Potatoes asks what state I live in. I live in Portland, Oregon, in the United States. Alexander, hey Alexander, welcome. Thanks for joining, buddy. He asks if crafters still benefit from chairs. Yes, they do, and I probably ought to build a chair at my crafting bench over there. Thank you for the reminder. Tikit says, maybe I am sure everyone's government is strange. Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. I'm sure somebody has a government that they're confident in. It's got to exist somewhere. JK Gaming says UK is leaving the EU and cries. Yeah, that's got to be rough for people living in the UK. I mean, I guess it's probably if you were for Brexit, I guess it's probably not as bad. But it's terror is there's a populist wave all over Europe. That's why all this weirdness politically. Yep. Same here in America. That's why we have Trump. We have a president with a 38% approval rating, but he's the president. So it's strange. But it is what it is, I guess. But I think this populist wave is coming sort of to an end. I think partly because of Trump. People, here in America and then also in the UK with Brexit, people are like, hey, wait a minute. Maybe these are not the best ideas after all. And, you saw Le Pen got whatever she got, 34% or something in the presidential race in France. And what's-his-face in the Netherlands didn't do very well. Batistic, first off, thank you for watching. You too, Joachim. Thank you for joining us. Batistic asks, in Rimworld A17, has the dead man's apparel debuff been changed? I don't know. Unfortunately, I haven't lasted. I've only played for the couple of streams that I've done, so I've only played for a few hours, maybe 6 hours or something. But I've never lasted long enough to actually get any dead man's apparel. Basically, by the time I get anybody in, we end up getting killed. Thomas says he has family in Britain. They love Brexit. Asphyxiating says half of us voted and didn't realize the consequences. Yeah, you're right about that. Joaquim says all the more recent terror attacks in Europe. Yeah, those terror attacks are tough. And you know, it's even more tough because terrorism is so tough because like the more you fight against it, the more the terrorists will fight against you. But like if you don't fight against it, then the terrorists will still attack you. So it's like no matter what you do, the terrorists are going to win. And you know, like here in the United States, you know, when we had our revolution against England, you know, in the 1700s, like we were the terrorists, and like the whole reason, that's like the reason that we were able to win, right? Like we fought against a much larger army and a much richer country, but we were able to win because you can't beat a small, disorganized, you know. And then look at the trouble we're having in Afghanistan, and you know, it's that's they have a decentralized sort of just like radical opponent. It's really hard to beat, in my opinion. I'm no expert though. Erasmo, hello Erasmo, asks if I'm having fun. Yes, I am having fun. I'm worried I'm going to end up alienating, if I have any far-right viewers, I'm going to end up alienating them with my liberal discussion here. Captain Flame asks how the price of goods have changed in Alpha 17. You know, I don't know. I don't think I've done any trading yet in Alpha 17. In any of the, not that I've played a lot, but in the 6 hours that I've played, I don't think I've ever had a chance to do any trading. I guess you can look, right? Like we can see the prices in here, but I don't know. I don't know what that was worth before. I noticed one thing that hasn't changed. These guys still go on mental breaks for frickin' ever. This guy's been on a mental break. Look, he's starving. Is he going to starve to death from this stupid mental break? That is super annoying because we're not short on food. I would say that is my #1 complaint about Alpha 17, is that they haven't fixed this, the ridiculous length of mental breaks. JK Gaming says the same reason why large hacking groups don't entirely die. Absolutely. It's exactly like hackers, you know, not exactly the same, but I mean, they have the same ideas as terrorists. They're not like, you can't just bomb, you know, like the place where the hackers come from. It's just how it is. Alexander Gibber, less politics, more joy items. Yeah, exactly right. Thank you. I did place down a horseshoe pin. I'll even put another one around here. There you go. Although, do I have any wood to... Okay, I do have some wood. Eugene would like to see the work tab. Of course, Eugene. So I do have a video to explain this in real detail. It's like in super detail too. It's like a half-hour long video. But if you search through my videos, it's called How to Rimworld Priority Efficiency Through Priorities or something like that. Anyways, if you go to my front page, it's down on the most viewed videos list. So I put everything to priority 1 on this side. And then I use priority 2 for like their main jobs, and then priority 3 for their secondary jobs, and then priority 4 to just like fill in their extra stuff. So that's I'm actually gonna go ahead and set Chef to hunt as well. So yeah, Eugene, if you have any questions, any further questions about that, just let me know. Look at that. Young finally got over his mental break and ate something. Still joy deprived. JK Gaming says you watched that video earlier today. Ah, good. Well, you know, I made that. That was one of my first how-to videos, and after I made that video, I was like, boy, I got to learn how to make these shorter. So I kind of want to make a new version of it a new version of it. What am I trying to say here? Oh, that's just like shorter, basically. Tsunami, first off, hello, Tsunami. Thank you for joining us. And you say you're not stabilized yet. You start a long project as building stone stuff already. You need to work research or build guns or turrets. Well, first off, no turrets. So I will not be building turrets. Thanks for your suggestions, though. Whoops. You guys didn't notice that, but I just minimized that. And I wouldn't say this is a large project. This is just housing. But yeah, there's no turrets in this game. Granite, there we go. I want to get everybody their own bedrooms, so then they won't be so unhappy all the time. And you are right that it would be good to have research, but like, what research is critical right now? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that I really need immediately. I'll be building research soon, but I don't even know what I would research first. Microelectric basics, probably. But don't worry, I do have my own priorities. They're just not the same as yours, you know. Crafting Potato, thank you so much for watching. He says he's got to go. Bye. I appreciate you watching. I hope you had fun. Oh shit! Where did all my hunting animals go? I hear Chef is out there hunting somewhere, but he's like hunting really far away. Huh. There we go. Cancel. I'm not gonna go hunting on that side of the map. Do I not have any nearby animals to hunt? There we go. Hunt one of these guys. Erasmo says he's happy that wooden floors no longer stop fire. Yeah. Yes, I think I'm happy about that. I'm excited to see how that works out. Next, to have an option to copy bills from workshops. Oh my gosh, that would be so nice. Tsunami says build armor and guns. Nah, I take them from the enemy. I disagree. You say it's not worth it. I disagree. But, you know, nothing wrong with that. And, yep, we are playing on Cassandra Extreme. I've got a little over 1,000 hours playing this game, so, you know, I'm not saying that I know better than anybody, but I do, you know, I do know how to play. So there's 1,000 different ways to play this game, and none of them are necessarily right or wrong. But I think I do all right. Everybody's sleeping now, so not much excitement going on. Joaquim says, how often do I stream? Right now, I'm streaming 3 times a week, if I do every time. So it should be on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and at the same time. So 2 o'clock Pacific, but whatever, 1 hour ago is when I started, and I'm going to try to start every day. Thomas Vieira says, I played Civ. I don't have a Civ playlist. I do. It's the second oldest playlist. You have to go way back in the Civ playlist. But there's a Civ 6. I played as Nigeria, or not Nigeria. I can't remember. I can't remember what country it was. But anyways, it was really fun. And each video got like 5 views. Some of them only got 2. I think there was one video that got no views, and I was like, oh, that's great. But I'm sort of tempted to give it another shot and see if anybody will actually watch it. There you go. Ben watched the Civ 6 series, one of about 5 people. Yes, well, thank you, Ben, for showing up. I appreciate it. JK Gaming made his first base out of wood, spent the entire game scared of lightning. Yeah. The first... anyways, there was a recent stream that I did where I made the entire base out of wood as well, and then the whole thing burned down, and I spent like the last 45 minutes of the stream trying to put the fire out. I'm sure a few of the viewers who are watching right now were around for that one. That was a mess. Eugene Morozov asks, do I use any plugins for this game? I'm guessing that you mean any mods, and the answer is no, I don't. Thomas says he does not see my stream for I don't know why I'm did I hold on, give me a second. All right, I'm actually going to go see if I can find that for you. Go into my playlists. Wow. Oh yeah, there it is. Civ 6 Congo King. I wonder if it will let me paste because I think it's going to stop me from trying to put a link in here. But maybe it'll let me put a link in there. There you go. But I had to click on the view more playlists and all that stuff just to get to it. Ah, come on, what is going on here? All right, there we go, back to the game. JK Gaming says he sees it. Yeah. Well, I just saved, you know, if you want to watch me, that was like when the game was still pretty new too, so I think I only played on King difficulty. Now you guys are making me want to play more Civ. Because I do really like that game. Peter, sorry Peter, I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name because I would get it wrong. Asks if there's something like a changelog for Alpha 17. There's not an official changelog for Alpha 17, but if you go to the Ludion forum and then go to the Alpha 17 thread, Tynan, the developer, he posts every time there's a new update, he posts what the minor changes are, but he's not doing a changelog until the official Alpha 17 release. But off the top of my head, medicine has been reworked. Infections are more severe than they used to be. Wood floors burn. There's a new chain machine gun, or chain shotgun, which is amazing. Let's see. There's the quests that you get now. So like you get quests to try to sell different items and stuff, which is really cool. I don't know. There's a lot of cool new stuff. Tsunami asks, what kind of colony do I want to build? So I tend to... I'm not really sure for Alpha 17, to be honest, because the trading stuff has had a major overhaul. Typically, I end up like working towards building, bionic, just like ultra bionic guys. And I mostly trade like plasteel equipment racks, and I mean that's pretty much it. Plasteel equipment racks and then drugs. But now. Now, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to expect from Alpha 17. Like, what do I expect this colony to be? I just expect this colony to be a colony that will play for however long I can stream it. And, it's really hard to play this game well while you're streaming because I'm constantly looking over and chatting with you guys and not very good at like trying to talk and do all these things at once. All right. Now, every time I accept these stupid refugees, I end up getting killed, so I am not going to accept that refugee. That has been the end of pretty much every colony I've ever streamed, is accepting the refugee when they try to come to my town. So, sorry, buddy. I am not accepting you. We are almost done with our bedrooms, though, so that's pretty great. Do I have enough steel? Not really. So from another thing I read in the Ludium forums is the mining is a lot more difficult than it used to be. Tsunami asks about plasteel equipment racks. Yep, that is the best way to make money that I've found. You make so much money just selling furniture of any sort. Equipment racks. Equipment racks are my favorite because they are they're very low. They're fast to build and they require very low amounts of resources. They require 30. So now they're called shelves. But anyways, they require 30 items, so you know you can very easily manage how much material you're using to build them, and they're super fast. And plasteel equipment racks sell for 500 to 900 silver each. I mean, like poor ones will only sell for like 200 or 300, but I typically don't have my low-level constructors build those. So basically, you get the same. So like whether you make art or whether you make an equipment rack, you're going to make the same profit for every piece of material that you use to put into that piece of art or furniture. You're going to make the same amount of profit. But a constructor builds something like 10 times as fast as an artist, and construction skill. Like right now, everybody is gaining construction skill, right? And nobody's gaining any art skill. So by the time that I'm selling stuff for a profit, like I'm going to have constructors that are constructed up, you know, that are skilled up to like level 14 or level 15. Look at this. I've already got Beth up to level 10, and Young, who doesn't even have a passion for it, he's already at level 6. So then I'm going to get higher return on I'm just going to get higher quality on the stuff that I build than if I try to. I used to focus on art for making a profit, but also drugs are super profitable too, and I don't know why I don't really put more effort. Like I sell a lot of smoke leaf joints over in my in Fort Rancho, so Let's Play I'm doing. I constantly have people making smoke leaf joints too. But the plasteel equipment racks are definitely the main. You know, if I call a trader out and I need some money, I just send my construction guy over and have him make a bunch of plasteel equipment racks, and then I can get like 3,000 or 4,000 silver really easily by doing that. But I'm glad you mentioned that because that reminded me I need to build some smoke leaf stuff up here. Hello, new people commenting. Spartacus, I also love the soundtrack to this game. Normally on most games I turn the soundtrack off. I don't even listen to the music in the game. But this game has got the best music. It's so good. Yeah, I really like it a lot. Tsunami says smoke weed every day. Well, that's for sure for my pawns. Every other day, but still. It is a good strategy to have. I don't know if addiction stuff has changed again for Alpha 7 or for Alpha 17, but in Alpha 16 for sure, you can set your guys up to smoke a joint every other day, and they will never get addicted, and it's a great way to help manage their moods. So let's set up that calendar here. I don't want to have those on. Also, there's this new drug, ambrosia. That's a new thing for Alpha 17. Soft fruit produces a soft chemical high, which increases mood. I've never run across any, so I don't know. I don't know what good that does. Huffafil, first off, thanks for watching, but that's not you that asked that, but thanks for watching. Opachi, thank you for watching also, says, why do I make growing zones 5x5? Why not something bigger? The reason for that is so I can manage them better. Just a second here, and I will answer the question in more detail. So there's a couple of reasons. First off, I make them 5x5. So say that I have too much food, I can switch this over to something else pretty quickly. But another reason is so the fire, if one of them catches on fire, I can put the fire out a lot better. So those two reasons, fire management and managing what is being grown. Hoffafil asks, did I try the Star Wars Force mods? No, I don't use mods. So I've not tried it, but I'm sure they're fun. If you want to play a Star Wars game, I want to play Rimworld. If I want to play a Star Wars game, I would play like, I don't know, Coder or something. Basuka Papa asks, what is new in Alpha 17? Well, I just got done explaining all the stuff that I could think of that's new in Alpha 17. They've changed medicine. There's new drugs, all sorts of new stuff. Tsunami says put concrete around the fields. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to put around the fields, to be honest. I was thinking stone tiles. Too wide will prevent too wide tiles will prevent the stuff from burning, exactly, which is why I have these gaps in here. But yes, the reason I don't want to use concrete is because it's ugly, and I believe concrete is ugly, isn't it? Or is concrete neutral? Yep, quite ugly. So paved tile is neutral in look, but it uses steel, and it's like, I don't want to use steel. So I probably will just end up doing these. Now, they are not super pretty, but are they at all pretty? But they use the same number of things, so why wouldn't I use the pretty ones? I guess because the other ones are faster. But yes, I should be laying down some tiles here to set up a fire break. Ben Greenhagen asks this desert. This is arid scrubland. Tsunami says, oh, neutral compared to nothing, it does nothing. Yeah, so it'll give you a 0. So it's probably more attractive, or no, is dirt? Dirt is -1. So I think it would actually be better than dirt, but it would be, unlike the stone tiles, which will give me like a +2 or something. Gareth Pierce says, hey, hello Gareth Pierce. Thank you for joining. So yeah, I believe we get +1 for the stone tiles. So that's a change, because didn't it used to be +2? But maybe those tiles are dirty? I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear, but my cat is saying hi in the background. Hello, kitty. We all hear you. Guess that means I probably ought to expand the home area to all these other areas too. Oh, hey, our new bedroom area is almost done. All I got to do is get those vents and stuff going. And I need more steel for the vents. Yeah. What does vents use? 70? 30? Oh, okay. Well, I can do that now. Alright. Yep, they are going to love it when they get these new bedrooms. They'll be happier when they actually have floors in there, but... So I probably shouldn't be building those stone tiles over in the garden. I probably should have... made stone tiles in here more of a priority. Cancel. Cancel. Alright, there we go. Am I going to change my farm area when I get the geothermal generator for the... Yeah, I'll place the generator. Like I already set aside room for this one. and then I'll just like move the shit out of the way to place this one in. This is a year-round growing scenario, so I won't have to worry about building a greenhouse or anything. Are those bedrooms as big as you get, or do I upgrade them again later? I haven't played in Alpha 17, so I don't know how bedrooms work in Alpha 17, but in Alpha 16 I never upgrade. I just stick with 3x3, and that always works out just fine. Joaquin, thank you so much. He says, love my channel, bye. Goodbye, thank you for watching, and I appreciate the kind words. Try to make a nice channel for everybody to watch. But yeah, John, 3x3 bedrooms. Wow, really? That close to 1,000 already? I gotta pay more attention to how many subs I have. 3x3 bedrooms work pretty good for keeping people happy. Like, you can get a neutral opinion on their mood with the 3x3 bedroom, and then once you start putting in Plasteel Royal beds, you can get them to where they get a positive mood boost. Now, if you want to get like the really high positive mood boosts, you do need to have a larger room than 3x3. But like by the time that you can start getting like really high positive mood boosts, you don't really need them anymore because people are pretty happy in general. So I used to do like really huge bedrooms, and then I realized that by setting up really huge bedrooms, you make everybody have to walk further, and you know, so you slow everybody down basically for the entire game. And it's like, why am I slowing everybody down? Okay, wait. Oh, it's limestone that I have a lot of. Anyways, I hope that explanation makes sense. JK says he's heard that Alpha 17 makes raising livestock easier. Do I know how? Nope. I haven't heard anything about that, so sorry, I can't answer that question. I usually don't do a lot of livestock anyways because it's a pain in the butt. But if they make it easier, you know, I usually keep a couple of either camels or cows or a llama around because those are, you know, pretty good to have. Chef, come on. I just set up a fancy bedroom for you. No Life 3 says flagstone floors. Yeah, flagstone floors are a little weird because I mean, I guess they're faster to build, but they don't give you the beauty bonus. And then when you deconstruct them, you don't get your stone back. So, like, I guess the benefit is that they're faster to build, but I'd rather put in the extra little bit of time and then get a permanent beauty bonus from them. Tsunami says, once one of my colonists had a temper tantrum, went on a burning wooden pots, ended up burning my whole furniture reserve with masterwork chairs, and burned your cats down too. Yikes, that's not good. Yeah, I try to stay away from pyros, which is what No Life 3 says. But sometimes you end up having to recruit them. I actually did make sure that I had no pyros in this series for sure. Ben said, I promised 1,000 subscriber special video. It's true, I did, and you will get to see one. And that'll be coming up here real soon. Tsunami says 3x4 plus stone floor plus 2 pots equals slightly impressive. Add a statue and it will be impressive. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. John Rod asks how long I plan streaming for. Till 4 o'clock or so. So another 45 minutes probably. I still got to do my videos for tomorrow, so I gotta still do like another hour and a half worth of recording after I'm done with this. Although I'm having so much fun, like I never want to stop. All right, Chef, why don't you take one of these good beds instead? Chef, there we go. The only complaint I have about streaming is I got to play in this low resolution mode, and so then I like can't see stuff when I open this window. That's like a real first world problem, but still. All right, finally. So another problem I'd run into with Alpha 17 is running out of food. That is not going to be a problem today. Tsunami, you put in the you did stuff on the Rimworld wiki. That's really cool. I've never been dedicated enough to do that, and I probably should, because it's really helpful to have that sort of stuff in there. So thank you for doing that. Asphyxiating says deconstruct their old trashy rooms to get the wood back. That is a good idea. I should do that. Thank you for the reminder. That is the sort of thing that I forget to do, obviously, or else I would have done it already, huh? Just like I forget to put chairs in front of those benches. Although, do not need a chair. They don't use that one often enough. Orders, deconstruct. I'm actually going to leave this one here in case I need another prison cell. And I'm going to leave this one here because I already do need a prison cell. What does flagstone do? It serves as a floor. So it lets you move faster and stuff, I guess. Misk Matt asks if you can opt into the experimental branch. Yep, everybody can opt into that. Just go to Rimworld in your Steam, right-click, select Properties, then go to the Betas tab, and then in the Beta tab, select Experimental branch from the drop-down menu, and there you go. Alright, raid. Our first real raid. A group of pirates attacking immediately. What do we have here? We have Boss with a knife. Morris got an old-fashioned shotgun. Wolf has got a pistol. Alright, a bunch of regular clothes and stuff. Chef. Sorry, there's some lightning outside. Or not lightning, but thunder. Very rare that I hear thunder. It's crazy. Alright, so Chef is sleeping. He's going to be alright. And the rest of these guys are cleaning and stuff. So I guess I'll give them a little time to get closer before I start micromanaging what everybody is doing. Oh. No Life 3 asks why I use flagstones instead of stone floors. Yeah, I agree. I think flagstones are faster to build. I think that's pretty much the only difference. So that's why I'm not using flagstones. And also with flagstones, if you use them and you dismantle them, you don't get your stone back. Whereas if you pull up stone floors, you do get your stone back. So, you know, yeah, they don't seem like a very good deal as far as I'm concerned. All right, there we go. And Beth. Gonna have Beth come up here and hold the door open, I think. And there's the bad guys. Now I don't know if that thunder that I heard was in the video game, but I feel like it was outside. It's weird to have like, it's very rare that we get thunder here in Portland. It's funny because I grew up 45 miles away from here down in Salem, and we actually got thunder and lightning quite often down there. But up here in Portland, like, just because of the way the mountains and the rivers and stuff are, like, it's enough of a change to where we barely ever get it here. I think it probably has to do with being a big city too. Ah, shit. Jung. Right in that first shot too. No, Chef. Stay on target. Beth, come down here to help. Sorry, if you guys are leaving comments in the chat, I am not reading them because I have to try to worry about this fight right now. How did he get burnt? When did that happen? Did he get struck by lightning or something? Uh-oh. This guy is going to get close to Chef here. Ah, shit! Don't shoot at her! She's just an innocent bystander. Now all of my pawns are injured. Alright, there we go. Thank goodness. But now everybody's injured. Alright, is boss worth recruiting? He has asthma, that's not great. He's missing a leg. Alright, so he's not worth recruiting then. Let's strip him so we can get his clothing anyways. I'm not going to bother chasing after that guy. Alright, so are we going to have everybody die from infection here? So I feel like I only have one doctor. That's Young. Level 3, level 2, level 9. So I guess, and Young is probably the one who's most injured too. So would it be better for him to do self-tending, or would it be better to have a low-level person tend him? Is it going to say in here? Medical tend quality. 95%. When you do self-tending, it's 70% times that, right? So he'd be at like 68%. So Beth, medical tend quality, 47%. Yeah, so it'd be better for him to do self-healing than it would be for, better for him to do self-healing than it would be for her to heal him. So we go to health, turn on self-tend. So Young, wait a minute, first off, everybody's undrafted. Young, you're going to tend yourself first. There we go. And I'm going to let boss bleed to death there. I have to agree with No Life 3 on the discussion about using doors as for sandbags. Definitely seems like an exploit. as far as I'm concerned. What do you think my fatal mistake is in my defense system here, Tsunami? Aside the fact that the line of fire is not really open up very well. But yeah, I'm not really interested in using some sort of door exploit. It's like I don't use corners. I mean, I build in my corners even though you don't have to, because I feel like not building corners is an exploit. Like I didn't need to build that corner there when I built that room. Not that I definitely don't judge other people when they play that way. That's just like how I play. I play my own way. Hey, boss, you're not supposed to get away. Tsunami says steel door and sandbags so he can't retreat when needed. What are you talking about? I have steel door there? Not sure what you mean. Alright, Beth, did you get treated properly? Okay, you did. Good. And you're treated. Alright, let's see if everybody survives the danger of infections. Thank you, No Life. I'm terrible about pulling those envelopes down. Alexander says heal others. Yep, I did. They're all healed up. You guys got a lag in the game, so probably, well, I guess you would know if you're following the comments, you know, because I read that like right away when it came up. Beth, I guess you're healing up. I suppose I should leave you guys healing with the infection stuff now, right? So I've been reading the Alpha 17 comment thread over on the Ludion forums, and like seems like infection's pretty much all anybody ever talks about. Oh, Tsunami says shooting spot on the steel door so you can instantly retreat with the door closing automatically. So you're saying that I should have been standing in the steel door and doing my shooting from there. Yeah. And then put sandbags in front of the door like that. You know, the reason I don't want to do that is because then when people walk through the doors, they have to walk over the sandbags, and it slows them down every time when they... so, you know, I prioritize every day being able to move around my colony ahead of being able to fight. So, like, you know, they have to fight like 10% of the time, but they have to move around the colony 90% of the time. So I'd rather have a less efficient fighting setup than have a less efficient everyday, day-to-day life setup. So, I mean, that's just... I do agree that it's that my fighting setup could be better, but if it were better, then it would... my everyday being able to move around and just manage my colony in general would suffer. So that's just a, you know, choice I have to make. Speaking of things I gotta... Oh, wait a minute. We have 2 open graves, so I don't have to dig any more graves. Alexander says, let's look at Dead Man's clothes. Yeah. Let's. Does it tell us... doesn't say in here what the Dead Man's clothes stuff is, does it? Have we... I don't think we've stripped any of them off yet. I'll get some... Here you go. Chef, what are you doing? Why don't you strip this guy? And is there anything that you need to be wearing right now? Not really. Young? I don't think Young doesn't seem to have a jacket, right? Okay, why don't you try putting on that duster, Young. Let's see what happens. Why can I not tell him to wear that duster? Oh, because he's on a mental break, of course. Young, you and your mental breaks. Jeez. So I'll see you in a week when your mental break is over with. Oh, I can't believe I went through all the trouble of building this and I had this stupid stupid thing turned off. John Rod says I could make pillboxes. Yep, that's true. Not a bad idea. Ideally, I will set up walls around my thing. But pillboxes are a good idea. Like if I were to set some up like out in this area, that would be really useful. I like this setup here. Works pretty well. Not so great now that I've got these other buildings set up. But I'll get that straightened away here soon. Yeah, thanks, No Life. I meant to strip him before he died, but I just didn't. My priority was to let these guys heal up. I don't know how bad infections are. I don't want to risk somebody getting an infection and dying just so I can try to get those dead man's clothes, you know, before they become dead man's clothes. Heatwave, fantastic. That's great. Well, I'm glad I set up all these coolers so I don't have to worry about the heatwave. I mean, I still might have to worry about it and all, but it's not as bad as it's not as bad as if I didn't have any coolers set up. Tsunami suggests I should build a tailoring bench to solve the issue. What issue is that, Tsunami? Like, the fact that they don't have clothes is not really an issue. Eventually it will be, which is why I'm growing cotton. But it's not an issue yet. They don't really need any clothes. It's summertime. I mean, Young could use a duster. Help cool him down. But it's not, so, you know, I mean, like making up 3 dusters would be nice. Which, you know, once I have enough cotton, maybe it'll be worth doing. But most of the time, they should be pretty comfortable with the temperature. Getting them some hats as well. But I've got other things. I'd rather they cut stone so I can get my walls built. That's a higher priority for me than getting the kind of ideal clothing that they want. Alright, so there's the finishing the game thingy. I'm not really concerned about. Alright, I want to see how Beth feels about her bedroom because I didn't see if that's changed yet. Okay, so she's indifferent about her bedroom, which is great. Extremely hot because of the heat wave. Yeah, Tsunami, who has a tattered clothing debuff right now? Like, if I had a tattered clothing debuff, then I would be concerned about it. But I don't, so I'm not really concerned about it right now. Okay, so we definitely do have thunder and lightning outside, because I just saw lightning outside my window. Oh. Kind of want to stop the stream just so I can go watch. I love thunder and lightning. It's so rare that we get it here. We have major break risk. Joy deprived. Well, go play stupid horseshoes. And why are you sleeping in the heat? Is it? Oh, because it's that hot inside your apartment, huh? All right. I guess I need more coolers. No, you know what? I don't want to do that there. Cancel. Ben says need a cooler in the kitchen. You know, I typically don't build a cooler in the kitchen here. Like, it would be nice for this heat wave, but if you have your kitchen too cold, it will slow down the speed of your cooking and everything. But normally the cold air bleeding over from the freezer into the cooler is plenty enough for me. Random Games with Aiden asks, what did they add in the unstable beta? They added all sorts of stuff. Maybe some of the guys in the chat will answer that question, but I get asked that question a lot, and I've answered it a couple of times already. And there's not like there's not a log or what's the thing where they announce all the changes? Anyways, there's not one of those logs out yet. But some medicine changes and all sorts of stuff added. Rivers and roads in the world map. There's quests now. All sorts of cool stuff. Oh my gosh, 147 degrees. That is really hot. Oh, I better take care of this boomalope too. It's chasing after Beth, right? All right. I'll try to keep it in this area where the catching on fire when it explodes is not going to really be a problem. There we go. Nice shot, Chef. Let's set up a home area. Put that fire out. Alright, nice job. Clear the home area. How's the rest of my home area looking? Okay. Young failed while constructing. Oh, the cooler, great. Yeah, the thing that I don't have enough resources for. It's always good. I like how we build the cooler first in the room that's the less important one to have it built in. Get this one in your house done. Tsunami, you're halfway right. I do need to set up a indoor stockpile for stuff that's going to deteriorate. So thank you for that mention there. This stockpile is specifically set up for stuff that doesn't deteriorate. So I need to get clothing into this one. Apparel. It should be the only thing that's deteriorating. Oh, and weapons too. Weapons. And textiles. But this is my low priority overflow stockpile for basically everything. Does that. Ben, that's a good idea about mentioning all the new features at the beginning of the stream, so I don't have to. I can just tell him to go to the Ludion forums, read Tynan's comments on it. No power to cooler at the bottom. Yep, you're right. Because of the lag and stuff, but it's being built right now. Thank you for the reminder, though. I'm happy that you mentioned that in case I missed it, because I do miss stuff. Probably going to need more power generation here soon with all these coolers and everything. Oh. Well, I'm not going to dig up those graves, so I guess I'll just build it a little off there. No life 3S. Why is there no Nazi emoji? I'm glad there's not. I don't know why there wouldn't be, but if there was one, I would be unhappy about it. A lot of people get really fascinated with swastikas and stuff. Yeah, Tsunami, I like having very specific stockpiles. It's one of my favorite things, actually, is having highly specialized stockpiles. I actually have to dial it back a little bit because I'd set up so many specialized stockpiles. I got some complaints in my in my Let's Play series. Now, why do they want to build roofs over the windmills? That does not make any sense. Yeah, John, you know, I was saying earlier I don't like getting political, and I typically don't want to get political and stuff, but I'm not embarrassed to say that I don't like Nazis. And if you want me to make swastikas and stuff, you should go watch another video, because I am not. I have a guy that doesn't leave, but he's left a couple of comments on my YouTube videos, and his YouTube picture, his avatar is a picture of Hitler. And then if you go to his page, his banner is just a giant Nazi swastika flag. And no thank you. I do not want you watching my videos if that's you. I'm not interested in that. Yeah. Tsunami, I do some micro stockpiles next to the workplaces. Like, I should probably have a workplaces set up next to the food thing, you know, but the kitchen is really close. Why is Young sleeping so much? Is he sick or something? These guys should not be having like heat stroke problems. He must have just been spending too much time outside or something. I love all this food that we're generating here. So see, this is why I like these 5x5 growing zones, because now that we're generating so much food, I can set, actually, yeah, I can set this one up to where when it clears out, I can switch it over to a non-food product. Or just let it sit fallow, but either way. Now, are we out of, we must be out of limestone. All right, so I'm going to switch that to granite. Go floors, granite. There we go. John says that's one of the reasons that you subscribed. I said in an early upload how much I'm not a fan. If there's anything you can be proud to say, it's no to Nazis. Yeah, exactly. I don't think I'm really going out on a limb there. I mean, I understand there are, especially since it's the internet, there are Nazis out there. But yeah, I'm not. I don't feel like I am sticking my neck out for something like that. Hello, Nolopeo. Greetings from Spain, he says. Greetings from Portland, Oregon, United States. I would love to visit Spain. I've been to France and England and Italy, but never did make it down to Spain. I would love to see your country, especially like some of your big cities like Barcelona and Seville. And I should stop because I may not even be naming actual Spanish cities. Oh, that ibex is in a hurry. I thought he was coming to attack us, but luckily it looks like the answer is no, he's not. I need to switch this around to where we are making those vegetarian, and then we will add fine meals. There we go. Great. People like fine meals. Stockpile. There we are. Wait a minute. Weird. Why did it do that blue? Right? Like I thought I was placing a stockpile zone. Did I set up that as like home area or something? I don't know what was going on there. Ah, John, what part of California? My grandparents lived in Oceanside. They also lived in Moreno Valley for a while. Marcel Malik, hello from Germany. Hello, Germany. Another country I would love to visit. Really would like to see some of your, of course, most of your cities were destroyed in World War II, but still, I would love to see a lot of the history stuff there. And Nello Pollo says he's from Almeria, the south part in Andalusia. Yeah, sorry. Sort of sounds familiar from playing Europa Universalis, but I don't know it well enough. Such an international audience. Yes, that is why I probably should switch over to Celsius instead of Fahrenheit, because only about 35% of my views come from America. So like the largest plurality is Americans, but the majority is definitely international. John Rod Stockton in LA goes back and forth. Okay, well, I'm familiar with both. I've been to Stockton plenty of times driving when we drive down to LA. When I was a kid, anyways, we would always go through. We would take 99 from Sacramento to the Grapevine. So I'd go through Stockton quite often, especially back in the 80s and stuff. It was like literally Stockton and all the cows and ugh, remember that smell. I don't think it goes on that much. Tsunami says every time they build back their cities less than 50 years, Germans are working hard. Yeah, exactly. So like they wouldn't have historic. I mean, I'm sure they have some historic areas in there and everything, but not like you'd find like in Austria or like some of the places that didn't get totally destroyed in World War II. Like a lot of France. When I was in France, there's tons of history there. Germany, like they got carpet bombed, so everything there is modern and shiny and stuff, which also would be interesting. Very efficient, and yeah. JK Gaming says he's a mod in the YouTubers Discord, and people say he's too harsh on people to make Nazi jokes. Yeah. I don't know. That's a disturbing side of the internet is the racism and pro-Nazi, pro-racist aspect of it. That sincerely really bothers me. I see that like even locally, like in the sub for Portland, Oregon on Reddit, the r/Portland sub, there are people that espouse like white supremacist views or just applaud any sort of kind of racist comments, and that really bothers me. That like I could run into you out on the street, I want to be respectful and like considerate of the views of others and everything, but there's a line, like a line to be crossed there. Yeah. Tsunami, I'm saying Nazis in I mean, we're talking in the sense of just like white supremacists, not necessarily Nazis. I'm just using the word that everybody else is using in the chat there. I typically would say racist is what I would say. Wow, I got 2 people who are idle here. That's not good. So I need to get some additional jobs for people to do. That's a start. And I also need to set up some more production benches. So production, I'm going to, Tsunami, you'll be happy to see, I'm going to build your beloved sewing bench now. You've been asking me to build for quite a while, so we can have some people start sewing. And what's the other thing I need to set up here? Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I probably should finally start getting some research going here, because I have been putting that off. There is a good spot for that. So let's get those things going here. Nello Pollo asks if there's some working on mods like Fluffy's staff. I'm sure there are people working on mods. I don't use mods, so I don't really know. You know what I mean? Like I am not on top of the on top of what's going on there. But I'm sure there are people who use them. Tsunami, I'm not going to argue with you about whether I should tolerate white supremacy or not. If you want to call me intolerant, that's your problem, not mine. If somebody is a white supremacist, they're racist. And if they're not a white supremacist, or whatever supremacist, like if they feel that any particular group of people should be excluded or considered worse than another group of people, I'm not interested in just having a discussion with them because you want to call me intolerant, that's fine. I don't care. I'm not interested in discussing whether racism should be accepted or not. It is not acceptable. How do I keep having idle colonists? Beth, what is your problem? Is there no construction? What are we short on here? Wood, really? Interesting. So I need to start getting some more wood in here. So one little trick I like to use for getting wood is to set up a zone like that and then do not allow sowing. And then your gardeners will come along and cut down your trees as they become available. That I can just delete. Set that up for no sewing. I probably should have set up like a some sort of tree farm earlier on. Try to do this as quick as I can. Oh, this is kind of a silly thing for me to be setting up since the stream is just about to end, isn't it? I didn't realize it's already 4 o'clock. I might keep going for a little while longer. I'm having a lot of fun here, but I do got to record tomorrow's episodes for my regular Let's Play series. There we go. And I'm going to change those to probably poplar trees. There we go. Grow those trees. Nolo Pollo, pleased to meet you. You're going to bed. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Yeah, John, we were kind of already heading that way anyway, so somebody else brought it up. Micro One Man, Vanilla, before I ask a question about mods, does my name imply that I don't use them? That's right, Vanilla PC Strategy. Yep. Ben says need to play the Scrublands biome. Yeah, I really like this one, Arid Scrublands. Good mix. I like this one, and I like the Tundra biome. Arid Scrublands is fun if you want to play year-round growing, which is what I wanted to do. Hey, look at that! Finally, we got a caravan. Yeah, John, I'll probably go on. I think I can go on for another half hour or so. I'm not gonna skip the videos though. I definitely I like to do my daily videos. I'm just like, that's just my like I can't not do them. I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight if I didn't make my videos for tomorrow. Hey, look, they've got one of those new hats that I've heard so much about. I wonder if he'll sell me his hat. Probably not. All right. Well, it looks like prices are about the same as they were before. Meat is about $3 each. Neutroamine, $16 seems about right. Components, $35 seems about right. All the rest of the stuff seems pretty normal. Dead Man's Clothes, yep, pricing on that seems about standard. Boy, I'm going to sell that goat hide because I don't remember seeing any goats around. Seriously, Weaselbase, did we actually get to 1,000 subs already? That's like 20 subs while I made this video. Holy crap. Microman, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, that, you know, I was hoping that people would be interested in my channel because I do vanilla Let's Plays. That was part of the... I was hoping that would be like my marketing thing, you know? But that's awesome, man. Thank you so much for everybody who subscribed during this. 1,000 subscribers. That means I got to make that video. So I will make that. Probably not today because I've already got too much to do today. But shit, tomorrow's Mother's Day too. I'm gonna be pretty busy tomorrow. But anyways, I will make a 1,000 subscriber video here and probably on Monday, I guess. So I would post it on Tuesday. That is great. I did not think I would hit 1,000 subscribers for like 2 years when I started this channel up. That is, wow. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. All right. I feel like we're done trading. I don't need to buy any meat. I'm not going to sell any food. I'm not going to buy any of these things. All right, good. Let's accept. Wow. And people were telling me that I had this, they're like, oh, stream on Twitch. Don't stream on YouTube. Streaming on YouTube is dumb. You should stream on Twitch. And I streamed on Twitch and got like 6 people that would watch each video. I stream here on YouTube and I get like 20 subscribers every time I stream, and like it's been a huge boost to my daily videos and all that. Holy crap, look at how well armed this trade caravan is. I don't know if that is intentional, but I heard that that they had made traders harder to rob. They got a frickin' army guarding this trade caravan. That's insane. Hugo says, grab the Lucy. You mean this Luciferum that I've got sitting in the storage? I don't want any of my pawns using that. Like, I want to sell it, but these guys won't buy it. I did set these up to plant, right? Okay. John is playing Rimworld while watching this. Awesome, man. Hopefully you're paying more attention to your colony than I'm paying attention to mine. Microman says it's a lot less dense, isn't it? I'm not sure what you're referring to, Microman. What am I short on for this? I'm short on wood. Alright, well I better get that wood. Because I want to get this thing, get some clothes going here. Can I... Alright, let's chop these down. Like the only trees that I don't have in my... Alexander says they will buy drugs? What did I miss then? Was I just not paying enough attention? Let's let Beth finish planting this tree. Microman in relation to YouTube versus Twitch. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, there's less streamers on here. Interesting. That's weird. You'd think that there would be, right? You'd think there would be more people on YouTube than on Twitch, because like there's just so many more people on YouTube, period. Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you. I could sell the Luciferum. Thank you, whoever reminded me to sell it. Alexander, thank you very much. I needed that. Get that money. And I don't need that Luciferum sitting around. So I appreciate the reminder. Do I not have this set up to be rolling joints? No, I have it set up. I must not be growing any smoke leaf yet. Hello, Frey Madness. Thank you for joining in. John is fighting off a Muffalo Manhunter pack of 15. Yikes. I hope you are not playing with no turrets and stuff like me, because 15 Muffalos would be bad news. Which reminds me, I should get the wall up. Ben says he hopes Alpha 17 is delayed long enough before Fort Ranchos gets to 100 episodes. Well, the episode I record today will be episode 99. So odds are pretty good that it's going to be delayed until we get to 100, because that's only like 2 more episodes. So I kind of was hoping that it would come out before we got to 200. I mean to 100, because like all the formatting is not set up to accept 3 digits. Not really that big a deal, but like those are the sort of things that bug me. All my formatting is set up weird. Alright, so we're protected over there. Now the only flaw I have with my system here is I put this stupid windmill here, and now I can't build my wall around it. I guess I could build the wall around my little garden patch. That requires so many extra resources. Mary Berteau says, I'm a 65-year-old grandmother and I only watch YouTube. Well, first off, I'm glad there's somebody older than me watching my videos. Thank you. And second off, that's if you're just making a joke, I totally agree, because it does seem like YouTube is all the kids are on Twitch. Microman says, I tend to go straight to YouTube rather than Twitch because I know I'm going to find something here immediately. Not everyone I want to watch is always streaming. Yeah, that's true. There's more stuff on here, that's for sure. And like for me, I feel like the Let's Play videos are kind of a higher priority for me than making streams. Although I have so much fun making these streams, and get really good. You know what I mean? Like everybody seems to enjoy them, and I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that sentence, to be honest. John is still catching up with Fort Ranchos. Only 40 more to get current. Oh, so you've been through the dark days in the middle where everything was going crazy and I thought our entire colony was going to die? That was rough. Whew. Seriously, I was so stressed out during that part of the series. I felt like I did a bad job of serving as a host. I was getting so upset with how things were going. Oh, look at that mental break finally ended. I mean, that one ended at a reasonable period of time. It didn't last forever. All right, everybody's sleeping. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Beth, for waking up and giving me something to comment on. Although I don't know how exciting it is to talk about you planting trees, but still. Microman says streams are more enjoyable for both parties just for the interaction alone. Yeah, I do agree on that. But like the playing part of it, like I feel like my playing really suffers when I do a stream. We're doing pretty good on this one, but I absolutely don't pay close enough attention to the game while I am streaming. JK Gaming asks if I've ever played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Sure, I played that. I preferred Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, but I played RCT 3 as well, and that was fun. I've got a Parkitect Let's Play series that I just started that really nobody is watching, so if you want to see that continue, hop in, because I'm going to cancel it pretty soon here if nobody starts watching it. But Parkitect is pretty fun. It really reminds me of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. RCT3 was fun as well. I just didn't like it as much as RCT2. It's hard for me to say why, because it's been a long time since I played either of those. Get those doors set up. I'm not thrilled that we have this gap in our coverage here, but I really don't want to. Tear down this windmill. Red Doctor M says use 20% research speed, no turrets. Again, that's exactly what we're doing. That's I pretty much will be doing that from here on out. I don't know if I'm going to keep it at 20% research speed. I might bump that up a little bit, but the no turrets thing for sure. Like, it's so much fun playing without turrets. Asphyxiating, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for helping me get to 1,000 subs. I really wanted to see that happen too, and I didn't expect it to happen until next week. So thank you, and thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Mary says it took her weeks to catch up on all my Rimworlds. She watches Evac and Yeti Rimworlds. Yeah, I like Yeti. He's good. He's got such an amazing voice. I would sure like to be able to talk like him all the time. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it, but his voice is incredible. I like Evac as well. If I remember correctly, he's got an accent, right? Isn't he not an American? So, like, I love watching people like Marbazir. He's a lot of fun to watch as well. He's pretty good. But I like watching him. And he has that crazy, he's like Polish or something. He's got such a cool accent. But like sometimes I want to do a fake accent just so I can attract more people to watch my videos, governor. I'm sorry to all my friends in the United Kingdom or Australia, because I don't know what kind of accent that was supposed to be. Sort of a halfway UK Australia accent. But yes, sometimes I'm like, why do I have this boring Northwest generic flat American accent? Although honestly, to everybody outside the United States, I probably have an exciting American accent. John Rod says, why not start off as a tribe, since you get a research penalty for your research and it lasts a while? Yeah, I played as a tribe in one of the series before. They do get a research penalty. It didn't really seem to hurt me any, though. I like the, that's something I'll take into consideration. I'm glad you guys liked my fake British accent. I thought that was pretty funny. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. I thought about that quite a while ago, and I was like, I want to do like a whole... It'd be fun to try to do a whole episode where I did like a British accent. Microman says, I have a strong American accent. Well, thank you. I hope that's good. Like, I love like hearing strong accents from any other country, like Irish accents and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't know if I would find your accent funny. I would say it sounds charming. And same with you, Mary. My grandparents were from the South. I loved their accent. They would, oh, lordy. It's my grandma. And my grandpa, he'd say, shit. Like he sounded like the guy on The Wire, but he said it well before the guy on The Wire ever said it. But anyways, they both had really charming Southern accents. Weasel Base, well, I didn't think I was very entertaining either, but everybody else tells me that I am. So Um, but it does help to be good at it, though. John, yeah. California accent, definitely. Sure, man. It definitely has a very specific kind of accent. I don't know if it's my California. Here in Oregon, we can look down our nose at you guys from California. Spartacus, thank you. Dick Van Dyke, level of quality. Thank you. Opachi says, please no British stream. Yeah, don't worry. I wouldn't be able to keep it up. I'm not an actor or anything that's like trained in doing that sort of thing. It would require way too much concentration for me to keep it up for any length of time. Feel really weird having this wall here with this opening because it's really really pointless to have this opening in my wall because it's like I don't have a wall at all. I think I'm just going to have to suffer and chop down this stupid thing. The Wire was so good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I haven't watched it for several years, and I kind of want to watch it again. There's just so much good TV out there now. I can't like rewatch anything. Like I kind of want to rewatch Deadwood again because I watched Deadwood like 5 years ago, and I don't think I appreciated just how good it was like the first time I watched it. But it's like I'm still there's just so many other things to watch, and like there's new shows. Like I finally caught up on The Americans, and I'm caught up on Better Call Saul, and I'm watching the new Fargo series, and it's like that's as much as I can keep up with as far as TV watching. So I never get to watching old stuff that that's old. I need to make sure I set this up as a no roof area before they start building roofs over this stuff. I want pretty much all this to be no roof area. All right, well this is, first off, this is the first Alpha 17 colony that is going to last through an entire stream. Knock on wood, we still got 10 minutes left. So if you guys return on Tuesday, we will continue this colony. And I'll be streaming again on Tuesday at 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern. That's 9 p.m. GMT. So do the math. Yeah, I'll stream again then. But I'm going to wrap this up in 10 minutes. So we've got about 10 minutes left on this colony. And really had a lot of fun chatting with all you guys. Yeah, that's right. God blimey, everybody. Thank you for joining me today for some more Rimworld. Alpha 16, when we left off, it was day number 20. That was even worse than the one I did before. The Americans is also so good, but underrated. Yeah, do you think it's underrated? I feel like everybody is crazy about how great it is. I mean, it is great. I'd say it's probably that and Better Call Saul. It's hard to say which is better. But those two are the two best TV shows that are out right now. JK Gaming, I have never seen one episode of Doctor Who my entire life. I could say I've never seen 1 minute of Doctor Who. I have never watched that, and I love sci-fi. Like The Expanse. There's another show that's great. Like The Expanse is so good. I haven't seen season 2, but I saw season 1 on Netflix, and it's so good. Yeah, Mary, I never could get into Walking Dead. I know lots of people like it. I never could get into it, though. I'm not like a big zombie. I'm not a big horror fan in general. I'm not a zombie fan. Another refugee. No, thank you. I'm not interested in saving this refugee. Every time I try to rescue a refugee on the stream, that equals the end of this colony, so we are not going to do that. Yeah, Weaselbase says Doctor Who is awesome. You know, when I watched Jessica Jones and the bad guy in Jessica Jones, Kilgrave, I was like, this guy is amazing. I love this actor. He's so good. And then I was like, oh, that's David Tennant. Why do I know that name, David Tennant? Well, it's because he was Doctor Who. So now I kind of want to watch the David Tennant series of Doctor Who, just because David Tennant is such a great actor. Yeah, that's the end of that story. Oh, daylight savings time has caught back up with so now you guys are plus, or that means that I'm -8 GMT. But thank you. I'll make that adjustment. And do you guys still call it GMT? Like, I see people calling it UTC or UCT or whatever it is, and it's like, when did that change happen? Like, people still know what I'm talking about when I say GMT, right? Has anybody been watching American Gods? That's on some channel that I don't get. That's on Stars, right? So yeah, unfortunately, I haven't watched it. People say people say that it's as good as the books, but I haven't read the books either. It's so many good books to read too. I read not a lot, but I read probably 2 or 3 books a month. And The American Gods has been on my list of stuff to read, but I just never get around to it. Man of the High Castle, also a great TV series. That's another one I've been wanting to check out. It looks pretty good. I tried reading the book, and I couldn't get into the book. But I've heard the TV series is really good. Hey, we finally built our bench there. Yeah, Microman. I feel like UTC, like in 20 years, like we'll all have to make the switch, but until then, we're going to be fine. Oh, you know what? I haven't even looked at this new bowler hat. So what's the deal with the bowler hat? It gives you a little bit of armor. So it gives you a heat insulation. Projects a slightly urban, money-loving style, improves social impact. And +7 heat. And it requires 20 ingredients. Cowboy hat requires 25 ingredients and gives you +14 heat. All right, well, sorry, no bowler hats. I'm very utilitarian. We're gonna go cowboy hats and dusters. High Castle is easy to binge because it's only 20 episodes. I'll have to look into that. It's an Amazon series, right? So like I probably won't be able to get it on Netflix. Oh, I probably need to set somebody up to actually do crafting. There we go. Or tailoring. Yeah, that's fine. Chef, you need work to do anyways. Beth, how do you not have any possible tasks? I could probably set you to do some tailoring as well. But Chef, yeah, Chef, you should not be crafting anymore. Can you not, yeah, why don't you come tailor? Beth, you can stone cut there. Microman asks if I know when Alpha 17 is going to be released on the main branch. I don't know. Yeah, hard to say. I thought it would be out by now, to be honest, and it's not. So I'm not sure. I would guess like another week or 10 days. I've been following the comments on the Ludion forum, and Tynan really wants to get this one balanced out well before he releases it, and he's still working on getting the medical stuff balanced. So yeah, hard to say. I'm excited. I'm ready for it though, because so far I've only been playing it on stream, and I would like to start playing it on like a regular Let's Play series. And as much fun as I'm having on the Let's Play series that I've got going right now, I'm ready for it to be over with and to start a new colony. Yeah, Microman, if you haven't bought the game yet and you're going to buy it, I mean, of course, it's a good thing to buy. But yeah, that would be weird to start an Alpha 16 colony and then have Alpha 17 come out. And then you have to either like abandon your colony or dial it back to where it doesn't upgrade to Alpha 17. On the other hand, you buy it now, you play, you know, your first colony on Alpha 16. Like your first colony always sucks anyways, right? Because like you don't know what you're doing. So, you know, why not start on Alpha 16, get your lousy colony that's going to collapse out of the way, and then when Alpha 17 comes out, you kind of will know what you're doing. It's my thought anyways, what it's worth. Spartacus Mills says he watched the entire series of Man in High Castle in one go, but was out of work at that point, so it's easy to do. Yeah, I'm out of work as well, which is why I'm able to do three videos a day on YouTube and stream for 2 hours, 3 days a week, and still play Factorio all day long and watch a lot of different TV shows and read 3 books a month. I need to find a job. Bawa asks, have they upgraded the raids and AI to combat cheesy kill boxes? From what I understand, they have, yes. I don't know for sure, because I haven't built a kill box in quite a while. But from what I understand, they've updated it. I do know that they've changed, or well, I don't know, but I fought some mechs in one episode, and the mechs like melee attacked my pawns. So from what I understand, they've changed it to where mechanoids will go into melee. So that will destroy, like my normal strategy for fighting mechs right now is to have a guy with a shield standing out front and then 2 snipers standing behind him. And but if the mechanoids come and try to melee everybody, like that won't work anymore. And it's going to be really hard to fight mechanoids now. So I'm a little worried about how that's going to turn out. But guys, I can see from looking at the clock here that it is 4:30 and we need to wrap this up. So we're going to call that good for this episode, but we are going to save it, and we will continue this colony on Tuesday. Thank you everybody for joining me today in our colony and playing in the stream, and thank you so much for all the great chatter. It was really fun talking with everybody, you know, fortunately the conversations didn't totally deteriorate into race baiting and uncomfortable political discussion. I really had a good time, and I hope you guys did too. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. I want to keep talking forever, but I gotta get some other stuff done. I'm also very hungry. So thank you everybody. I really appreciate it. Thanks for helping me push it over to more than 1,000 subscribers. I hope you'll check out my Let's Play videos. But if not, I'll be back on Tuesday. Thanks everybody. See you then. Bye.